Hello there everyone, my name is Crazy Caleb and welcome to Who's on Trunic. This module is a bit of a pain, but it's very similar to Who's on First, for those of you familiar with the vanilla module from this game. This module itself is fairly simple to do in terms of understanding it, but it is a pain in the butt to describe to your diffuser what exactly is going on. So what we need to do is it's basically the exact same thing as Who's on First, but in this case, there's a Trunic alphabet. So in this case, we've got a bunch of stuff that's happening here. Called Who's on Trunic for a reason. You can go down to the bottom here, and this is it gives an explanation of what Trunic is. It is a phonetic language based on English. The outer sides of the characters represent a vowel sound, while the inner lines represent a consonant sound. You can read into this if you want to, and you can figure out how to describe this. But for right now, I'm just going to say I don't really care about explaining this. It gives you all of these definitions, but like you're gonna find yourself better off describing how this stuff looks, and that's just my opinion on it. So it's just a pain in describing stuff. But let's get right into this. So based on the display, read the label of the particular button and proceed step 2. So in this case, it's the exact same thing as Who's on First. You look at the top display, you find it, and then you find a position of which you're going to read from, and then you're going to go find that symbol in this list, and you're going to pick the first one that occurs. Very straightforward. So we need to find this one here, and it looks like it's got like a part of a trapezoid. Like if it was rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise, it would be the right side of a trapezoid, and then it's got a Yankee on the top. That's kind of a way I like to describe it. It's not that. Let's just go through it in reading order because I don't want to miss anything. It would be right here potentially. But if we look at the bottom here, the bottom, it does have the line on the right, but it should be a complete triangle for the leftmost symbol on the rightmost part. So in this case, there should be a line down, but there isn't in this case. So it looks very similar to it, but be very careful because there are a lot of similarities to this mod. And in this case, it's actually this one right down here. That's how close of a difference they are. So be very careful when describing this stuff, but this is the correct one that we're looking at here. So now it wants us to look at the bottom left, and we're going to get this symbol, and we're going to find this symbol on the leftmost side for step 2. So let's figure this one out here. There is a part 2. There is a continued, so be careful with that. Now this one, it's got like 3 lines on the top, and the middle one has something sticking out to the right. So it's almost U, but there's several things wrong with it. This needs to be a zigzag, and there needs to be a line sticking out to the right. Not quite U. I believe it's this one. Yes, this looks correct here. It looks like it matches the exact same thing. So now, what we need to do now is go through this stuff in reading order, from left to the right, and the first one that occurs on one of the other buttons in this case. Now, it's ultimately up to you whether you want to just get all 6 symbols and press the first one that occurs. You can also just describe how these symbols look. It's up to you really, whatever you feel most comfortable with, because this mod is very easy to strike on. So. But let's take a look around. Let's see what we can do. This symbol doesn't look like it exists. This one doesn't look like it exists. This one's close, but it's not right. This one does exist. Yes, it is this one right here. So let's click this one, and just like that, it's good to go. Now, I'm not sure why it doesn't have button press sounds, but I couldn't tell you. And then we have to do this process 2 more times. I'm just going to say now that this is going to be the only example that I'm going to do. I don't feel the need to repeat this 6 times. So let's take a look for this one. Yeah, I'm just going to say let's take a look at this one. It's close, but not quite. It needs that little line down into the bottom right. That's what it's missing. Not quite. It would be this one right here. Yes. So now we're going to look at top left. Now I've seen this one before. I think we went by this one at some point. It's just 3 lines up, and then the whole bottom part is connected, which is right here. Yes, this is perfect. Okay, now let's take a look. We don't have this one. I don't have that one. Don't have that one. Any up arrows? Yes, it's this one over here, bottom left. Just like that. That's stage 2 down. Now, unfortunately, I do believe if you do strike on this, it does reset the entire module, and I don't quite frankly like that because this mod is a bit of a pain. So just be very careful with that. Okay, let's have a look at this last stage, and then we'll be done here. Where are you? It's right here. Yes, this one. So we're looking at top right here, and in this case, it's going to be this one. So let's figure out where you're at. So, I believe it's this one. Yes, this looks like it matches. It matches perfectly. So let's take a look. So now we don't have view. We do have view. Lovely. Second one. Nice. That's the bottom left right here. And just like that is a solved module. So yeah, that's all there really is to it. There's not really much else to say about this. If you know who's on first, you know this module. It's just having to describe this stuff is a bit of a pain. You can obviously use this stuff if you're willing to learn it, but like I don't really know what else to tell you because it gives you these words, but it doesn't give you the words as to what they correspond to later on. So there's no real reason to learn it, in my opinion. But that's all I got for you today. As always, thank you guys for watching. Remember to stay crazy, stay cool, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.